Hello world, Shelly here, and today we are going to do an eye look with the Laura Geller Wildflower Wishes eyeshadow palette. This is part of the Seasonless Staples collection, and I love wildflowers, so I think this is going to be beautiful. So this came to me courtesy of IPSY. It was part of the July Boxycharm. Thank you to IPSY for sending me selections from this month's Boxycharm and Glam Bag free of charge. This is not sponsored. I am not paid to do this. I did get these products for free from IPSY. Thank you, IPSY. I appreciate you. And if you're interested in checking out IPSY, I have a link down below. It is an affiliate link, so I get credit for linking you to it if you do decide that you like IPSY, but I paid for IPSY for many years before they knew who I was. So I'm a fan. I've been a fan for a long time. And if you're already familiar with IPSY, I will put a timestamp right here so that you can skip ahead to the eye look. I'm going to briefly go through what came in July's Glam Bag and Boxycharm and tell you a little bit about the subscriptions. So the Glam Bag is a monthly subscription. Here's this month's bag. It is a drawstring with butterflies, and in that bag you get 5 deluxe samples from a variety of beauty brands. You get to choose one of those items. It's worth up to $70 every month, and you pay $14 a month for the Glam Bag. Then the Boxycharm is like the big sister to that. You get 5 full-size beauty products in that box. You can pick up to 3 of them. You don't get a container of any kind like you do with the Glam Bags, but they are full-size products, and that subscription is $30 a month for up to $200 of value. And then quarterly you can opt for the Icon Box, which would replace your Glam Bag or your Boxycharm with 8 celebrity curated full-size beauty products, usually on the prestige end of the line, worth up to $350 in the Icon Box, and you pay $60 for that quarter. And that's not on top of your Glam Bag price. It would replace your Glam Bag quarterly. And there is a way, if you want to get them both, that you can and set it up to be in addition to. But let's take a look at a couple of the things that were in the version that I got. I don't have everything. They just send me a version. In my Glam Bag, this is the $14 a month, I got the Real Chemistry. Oh, I need Sherlock because I already forgot what this was called. Fresh Start Foaming Cleanser. I've had a couple things from this Real Chemistry brand in the past, and I did like them. Also got the Frank Body Glycolic Body Scrub. I think most people tend to neglect their exfoliation on their bodies, and so I'm happy to have this one. Also got a I can't read anything anymore. Katano Beauty. This is a hydrating lip glaze. Now the 2 things I'm going to try today putting my face on, this is from Seraphine Botanicals, the Periwinkle and Pop Soft Sculpting Blush. And this looks really pretty, so I'm going to wear this today. And also from Tarte, and it's funny because when I was at Sephora recently, I was looking at picking up something similar to this, and I didn't see this one, but I'm glad they sent me this one. It is the Fake Awake, and so it's got 2 different shades. I've got the nude one, and it's intended as a either waterline, tight line eye brightener or inner corner eye brightener. I don't usually do my lower waterline, so I will probably use it as inner corner, but I've been curious to have something that has a little more staying power than putting eyeshadow in my inner corner. And so good timing, IPSY, because I've been recently thinking about that. So I'm going to use those 2 today. And in the Boxycharm, it was a good one this month. So LaRousse brushes in this adorable travel pouch. And when I travel, my brushes just kind of get thrown into my makeup bag, and so this pouch is perfect. It's just the right size to just fit all your eye brushes. And it came with 4 LaRousse brushes. So we've got a fluffy blender brush here. We have a flat packer brush. This one is sort of a cross between an outer corner and like the Sigma E25. It's got that similar density, but the angle to it. And then this is a denser blending brush. So very happy to have these. I'm going to keep them out because I'm going to use them. As mentioned, the Laura Geller eyeshadow palette. Also have Bring Your Own Desire. This is a matte liquid lip. I am not super into the matte liquid lips, so I think I will probably do a gloss instead, but if you like matte liquid lips, you'll be happy. This one looks like a beautiful nude shade. So happy days there. So let's put some stuff on this face, shall we? Now, I am trying out, you'll see this on Friday, the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin. Yeah, that's it. Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint. It's a glazed donut kind of a foundation. As you may be seeing, I did get a shade that would work for me for summer. So for bronzer, I'm also going to use Charlotte Tilbury because why not? This is the Airbrush Flawless Bronzer. Is that the name of it? Airbrush Bronzer. No, just Airbrush. This is in shade medium, 2 medium. So let's just get some bronzer on here, although with this shade of foundation, I probably don't need a whole lot of bronzer. But my hope is to tone down a little bit of the glazed donut situation, because it's a glazed donut situation. I was not expecting that. And the foundation is getting really good reviews. You know, it's a 4 out of 5 star situation. Why do I keep saying situation? It's 4 out of 5 stars going on, so it seems like people are enjoying it. But the glazed donut thing is really striking me as odd. We'll see, we'll see. All right, let's look at this blush from the Glam Bag. It looks super pretty. This is the shade Seashell. It is cruelty-free. I don't usually go for corally colors, but this is like a corally pink. And whoa, it picked up a ton. Where's I might need to wipe some of that off. That might be too much. All right, let's go in a little easier. Oh yeah, that's a pretty shade. It's very pigmented, holy cow. All right, so I'm gonna get some of the product off my brush first and then go back and blend. Oh yeah, that's more pinky than coral. It's just a nice, that's very summery. I like. That's a nice shade. Nice shade for summer. I usually put a little bit on my nose because when I get sun, you know, it's everywhere. Still looking like a glazed donut. Don't need any highlight today, that is for certain. All right, I feel like I have a cat hair on my nose. That is the situation here. Don't mind the bruise on my arm, on my shoulder. I use my shoulder to help me set up my tent for outdoor vendor events. I'm usually alone, and so I'm usually setting up the tent by myself, and I use my shoulder to like hike it up there for that very first, you know, when you're raising all 4 poles, the first one is the hardest, and yeah, it bruises me every time. But, you know, all for the good of the business. Working. That is my MAC paint pot in Painterly. Now, let's dig into this palette. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to stay on the cooler end of the palette mostly. I'm thinking, you know, transition these two. I'm thinking probably a combination of these two in the crease. Like that would be like crease and a little bit of crease outer corner. That poppy green looks beautiful too, but I'm not in a green mood today. Probably going to use Marigold. And this being the lightest shimmer, I'll probably use that. But I do wish... Ooh, that Cosmos shade is nice too. Ooh, this shade is nice too. Now I have no idea what I'm going to do. Gosh. Oh, I do like this outer quad. These 4 on the outer corner. Dang, that poppy green is super nice. Like, I feel like these 4, you know, these 4 are beautiful together. These 4 are beautiful together. These 4. This is a really well curated color palette. When I initially looked at it, I thought, it just looks like some warms and some neutrals. No, this is actually really nicely curated. You could just go quad by quad by quad by quad and make looks out of, which almost makes me feel like I should do that. I'm still going to mix it up a little bit. I can't help myself. All right. Make some decisions, Shelly. Make some decisions. All right, I'm going to start with Marigold as my transition shade. Now, I already know that I tend to like Laura Geller eyeshadows. I have some Laura Geller palettes. I haven't heard anything from this brand in a minute, to the point where I kind of wondered if they were still existing. But, you know, I saw a really funny, was it on TikTok or was it Instagram? I don't remember. But the brand Stila, you know, the ones that were super popular with the glitter eyeshadows for a while, the liquid eyeshadows. And I should zoom you guys in so that you can see this better. And on this TikTok or Instagram reel or whatever it was, it was like they were saying our marketing department, when people ask, does Stila still exist? And I understand. I get what they're saying. But you know, if you don't hear from them or it's not reaching you in the places where you are, which that is really the key to marketing, is getting to people where they are, then yeah, I haven't heard anything about Laura Geller in a very long time. I'm going to use this brush from the IPSY, the angled one here. That dense angled brush. And no, let's hold off on that for a second. Let's get the Sigma E25 real quick, because I want to put down a base. I think I have to use this Cosmos color. That it's like a neutral beige. It's got a little brown to it. Now, these shadows are pretty pigmented. Oh, it has like an olive tone. These are definitely Wildflower inspired. The name is accurate. And an olive tone is pretty rare in a beigey color like this. So I'm happy to see this. It does look like straight up Wildflowers. Now I will go back when we are closer to finished and bring some of that transition a little bit higher, but I just like to get some down to start, to kind of map out where we're going with this. I am going to take this a little farther to my inner corner. I usually stop about 2/3 of the way in, but this shade looks really nice for this. Yes, I like that. I like it. So we're going to hold off on the outer corner. I'm going to let's do the flat packer brush from the IPSY. And first I'm going to lay down a little bit of zinnia, and then I'm going to go over it with this one. What is that? Excuse me. Bee Balm. This I'm expecting to be dark. But I just want to have a little bit of that. Oh, I dropped a piece onto my face. I wouldn't call that fallout as much as I just dropped some shadow. These very hard, like dense packer brushes can do that sometimes, because they will pick up more, sorry to go off the camera there. They will pick up more shadow than normal. because they're so dense if you're not careful. And that's what happened. That's a beautiful reddish undertone brown. I like it. So you just got to be careful when you're picking up with these super dense flat packers. Not to get a little clump of shadow that will fall on your face, like that one just did. Don't worry, I'm going to come back and blend this all out. I'm just laying down some color. Just getting some depth down there, wiping my brush off. Now I'm going to go into the shimmer that looks like it's like the complement to that matte Bee Balm. The shimmers are not as likely to pick up clumps of shadow the way the mattes do. That's pretty. Laura Geller shadows, they're kind of like, they remind me a lot of Lorac shadows in the sense that they're pretty much just, they are what they say they are. They're not here trying to be anything but what they look like, you know? Like, and I appreciate that straightforwardness, you know? Like, I don't need something to change color 12 times on my eye. If it says it's gonna be Bee Balm, then I want it to be Bee Balm, you know? I also enjoy when they're true to the pan. When you look in the pan, you get something on your eye that looks very true to what you expected it to be. And I think Laura Geller shadows do that very well. Now, keeping the same brush, wiped it off. Let's do, I'm kind of debating, should I do a little bit of this Forget-Me-Not and then do the lighter shade? Yeah, let's do that. It's a little bit orangey, a little bit bronzy. Just a little orange to it. That's nice. The naming of this palette with Wildflowers is so accurate. I literally feel like I'm painting wildflowers onto my eyes. I would love if they just had 2 shades in here that were pops of color, like a cornflower blue. They don't have any of those wildflowers on the packaging, so I guess it's true to the packaging. But I would love like a little cornflower blue pop or a little lavender pop, just to give a little bit of options. All right, now I'm gonna go into that lightest cornflower shade, and that will be the inner portion. I also really wish there was just one shade that was a little lighter than this. Like, the lightest this gets is yellow. You know, this is like a golden tone yellow. But I do prefer to have either a light pink or a light, you know, silverish. A very light shade and a very dark shade are 2 things that I will always want in eyeshadow palettes. This one's got the dark, because that zinnia shade is gorgeous. But I would like one more light shade. They've got it in a matte, but I need it in a shimmer. All right, let's use that angled brush, and I'm gonna go back into that zinnia shade, that dark shade. Ooh. First I'm gonna go into Magnolia. I'm gonna do a little bit of this Magnolia. This is not what I would normally do, but I feel like I want that, oh yeah. Like, it's got this tone, this reddish tone, that I thought might look really nice. Yes. That's what I was hoping for. I'm going to blend it out, don't worry. I just want to lay the color down. This is a very nice shade. It just came to mind that it might look really cool here. And I think it does. I feel like I need to even that out. Alright, wiping the brush off, going into that darker zinnia, same brush. And this is where I'm just going to deepen the outer third. just a little. I like this style of brush because for the outer corner, it kind of does the work for you of shaping the outer corner. You just turn the angle at which you have the brush. All right, let's blend. Let's blend. I'm gonna use the fluffy brush that came with the IPSY. And let's go back to Marigold, the lighter shade we used as the initial transition. And I'm barely touching. And let's just get a little bit on the outside edges of all of this. See how much more diffused it ends up looking versus not blending. It takes a little of the color intensity away, but if I want to put that back, we'll do that in a second. I'll show you. I'm gonna do the same thing over here, just higher than where we started. We just don't want any harsh edges, that's all. These brushes are super soft. I really like this brush. Same brush, I'm going to go back into the Magnolia shade to get a little of that color intensity back. My camera doesn't want to focus on my eyes. Don't know why. This is that spot of my eye that doesn't like to hold shadow. It is what it is. Let's just get a little bit of that color back. Ta-da! So pretty. I like it. I like it. Now, I could use that matte shade for the inner corner and my eyebrow, but I'm going to use the Fake Awake from Tarte that came in the IPSY. And I'm going to use this for inner corner. I am going to take my fingertip and sort of dot it to blend it a little bit. Because it is an eyeliner, but it's smudgeable. The full size comes with a smudger, and they say you can also use it as a brow highlight, so let's try that. I didn't do my brows yet, but let's get up. Oh yes, that smudges beautifully. All right, I like this. I like this thing a lot. This is a win. This is a win, immediate win. I don't usually do my waterline, so I'm not gonna do my waterline. That's a win. I like that. I like that a lot. I like it. I like it a lot. Let me go do the whole mascara brow thing. I'll be right back. All right, here is the finished look. I am wearing, I use the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus in my waterline. My mascara is the Polite Society Greatest Lashes of All Time. My lip is What's Up Beauty Siba from the Egyptian Queen collection, topped with a little bit of Lawless Forget the Filler gloss in Velvet, and beautiful eyeshadow palette. Total 100% thumbs up to the Tarte Fake Awake. I am going to use that in every single makeup look. I really like this blush. It blended beautifully. It's a beautiful shade for summer. Bravo Seraphine Botanicals. I'm not familiar with this brand. I may have to look at some more from them. Look at this cute box. Like, totally on it with the Wildflower theme, IPSY. Good job, good job. Super cute packaging. Oh, looks like they're on TikTok. Seraphine Botanicals. Yep. I'm gonna, oh, looks like Instagram too. I will go find them. Love the brushes. Love the travel case. This was a good IPSY this month. Good IPSY this month. Love the Laura Geller. I ended up going more warm toned than I intended. I was gonna stay on the cool side, but I didn't. But I still think it's lovely, and I love Laura Geller. Very well curated color selection here. Easy to make eye looks out of. If you're not good at picking colors yourself, just go 4x4 by 4 by 4 by 4. Any of these, I love when they lay palettes out like that. Any of these 4, 4, 4, they'll all work. You can just do it that way. I love it when they do that. There you have it. Another IPSY box and another eye look in the books. If you like makeup, how to get ready with me, tutorial type things, give me a thumbs up down below. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see other eyeshadow palettes? What do you want to see? Let me know. Make requests. Product reviews. Let me know what you want to see in the comments down below. Check me out on Patreon. I post some extra bonus content over there. Sales, what I'm up to behind the scenes, that kind of stuff. And as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.